talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
What's going on, YouTube? My name is Perfectly Flawed, and here I don't care what you do, what you did, or who you did. We are all flawed people, but the choice is yours to do this shit perfectly. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back to day 23 of June is Jumping. I really do appreciate you guys. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for viewing. Make sure that you drill my motherfucking subscribe button. And for all of my people, let them know what that means, because y'all know I'm not going to go through the preamble. Y'all should already know what that is. But if you are new to my channel, welcome. Be a part of the Flaws. We really do appreciate you guys. We are going through a month of videos with Zahiri, He Slay Dreaming. I'm going to put his channel here. Make sure that y'all going over to support my friend. Me and him got some projects coming up that y'all probably gonna fuck with. Y'all probably gonna love them projects, but it's gonna take a lot to get them projects jumped off. So definitely share our videos, let people know that we out here, because it's gonna take a lot to get these videos. It's gonna take a lot. But again, make sure that you go on over to Zahiri's channel and destroy his motherfucking subscribe button, and we can get on into this video. Today is gonna be an honest tea, so let's just get into it. Okay, one of my co-workers had commented on my video the other day, and it kind of brought back, you know, a conversation that we had, and it wasn't more so a conversation, it was more so a slick comment that was said, and it was between me and her. And mind you, I was not offended, but it did get under my skin. And it was something that she said before we both left that particular job. She said to me that it sounds like I have an issue with black women. There's always something that I have to say about black women. And you know what? It's not that I have an issue with black women. I have issue with the shit that they do. I love black women. My mother's a black woman. But here's the thing. I was raised by a mother that held herself to a different standard. And the only thing that I have to go off of is what I see out here in the streets today, what I see out here in my neighborhood. So when it comes down to it, if I see some shit that I don't like, I've always been a person that's gonna call my people to the carpet on that shit, because black people can be so fucking iconic. We can be so iconic. We had a black president. We ruled the motherfucking United States. But here it is, black people were the first people to criticize Barack Obama when they didn't understand what he was doing. But now y'all motherfuckers are scared, thinking y'all gonna lose that welfare, y'all gonna lose that link, y'all gonna lose that Section 8. Now y'all motherfuckers is upset. Now y'all motherfuckers wish he was back up in there. But now we got that motherfucking
Atlanta Beach, Florida Orange up in that bitch.
Now we got his toupee wearing ass up in there. Now y'all scared. Now y'all shook. But when Barack was in there, y'all questioned every fucking thing that he did. But we're not gonna get on that topic. We're talking about black women. Now, like I said, I have a mother that sacrificing was something that was very second nature to her. Sacrificing for her children was something that's very second nature to her. Now, mind you, my mother is very flawed. My mother did not make the best decisions. She didn't always do what was in me and my brother's best interest. But she did the best with what she could. Now, like I said, my stepfather was the monster in every single one of my closets. And my mother she says she would talk to him. But to me as a child, and even me as an adult, if I say something to you and I'm letting you know that this is hurting me and I'm letting you know that this is wrong, I don't care what you said to said person. If the activity never changed, to me, you never did anything. But when it came down to my mother, yes, she had her faults, but she was the same person that sacrificed 4 and 5 years not having a winter coat.
So me and my dumbass twin
could tear up our motherfucking coat she bought us
every fucking winter,
just to have to rebuy them shits next winter. And she walking around in a sweater all fucking winter. She walking around with pneumonia all fucking winter. And as an adult, that's why I never deny my mother anything now. Anything my mother asks for, we in the store, my mama always asking for some shit. That's the shit. You know what? If I got an issue with black women, that's a black woman I do got an issue with. She always asking for some shit. She always asking for something. We're in the dollar store. I can remember when I was a kid. And I'm like, Ma, I want this toy. It's $1. She like, I'll think about it. As a kid, I knew I'd think about it meant I wasn't getting the motherfucker.
I mean, I wouldn't get it.
So every time we in the store, she like, get this, buy me this, give me this. Or she just show up to the motherfucking register like, I ain't got no money and you buying it. The fuck is that about? But I never denied my mother anything because I watched her struggle. I seen what it was like. My mother was always a single parent even when she was married. When it came down to me and my twin, she was always a single parent. So when I see women doing things that I don't think is in the character of what a woman is supposed to do, especially when they have children, it's just certain shit that I can't rock with. I can't rock with a woman running up behind a nigga. You a dude for this nigga, buying this nigga gym shoes, buying this nigga game systems, and your children ain't got school clothes. You got your parents buying your children school clothes. That's not your parents' responsibility. I get that your parents are going to help you, but you're not finna be spending your money on this nigga when you didn't even buy your children school clothes. You don't buy your children school supplies.
Your mama do that.
That's trifling to me. It's so trifling to me. It's so trifling that bitches running around with $300 worth of weave in their head, but only want to pay a bitch $20 to put it in. $300 worth of motherfucking weave, but your little girl don't even have her goddamn hair done. As a woman, you cannot have a
Daughter.
walk around with your fucking hair done, but your daughter's hair is not done. That is so fucking trifling to me. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that I have an issue with black women. I'm saying the shit that I have an issue with women, with what women do, period. Now, I'm a product of my environment. In my environment, I don't see too many white people. In my environment, I see a lot of Arabs and I see a lot of black people. And Arab people keep their daughter's hair done. Even if it's just in a braid in the back. They keep their daughter's hair done. So when it comes down to black women, your daughter walking around bald-headed as hell. Bald-headed as all hell. Because you could give not one about the way your daughter looks, but you making sure you running around with this motherfucking bonnet on your head to keep your shit right. That is so fucking trifling to me. Here it is. Y'all hold y'all children to a standard that y'all don't hold y'all men to. And I'm not talking to anybody directly because, again, I'm just sitting here talking to a camera. But I'm generalizing it for the women that do it. If you're not a woman that does it, then you should not fucking be offended. If you are offended, then you're possibly a woman who does it. So maybe you need to be offended. But stop holding your children to a standard that you don't hold this nigga to. This nigga fuck around on you and cheat on you and he give you all these dumbass excuses that you know are lies. But when your children lie to you, when you know they lying, you got to call them, bust them out on they shit. They get their ass whooped and they sent to their room. But this nigga, them been fucking around on you for years and you ain't sent his ass not nan fucking place. Not nan fucking place. You still laying up with him. You still laying up having fucking kids with him. That's the shit that's fucking annoying. Now, I'm okay with a nigga not having as much as the woman that he's with. I'm okay with a gay man not having as much as with the man that he's with. Everybody's not gonna be on the same level. And here's the thing, it don't make you better because you have more. But stop. Here's another thing. Now, this is the issue that I do have with black women, and we going off subject for a little bit, but it coincides because it's some shit that black women do that I can't fucking stand. When the romper shit came out, black women was the first one screaming this goddamn feminization of the black man. But here it is, y'all feminize these niggas every time you let that nigga lay up in your house and don't work no motherfucking job and he fucking you. It's a difference when a nigga live at his mama's crib. It's a difference when he lay up on his mama. Now, of course, like I said, I never deny my mother anything. Whatever the fuck she asks for, I give to her. But you letting this nigga lay up with you, this nigga can't be on time to come pick you up from work.
And he got your fucking car.
That's the feminization of a black man. That's that punk pussy shit. That's that dumb shit. Y'all make excuses for these niggas. How is it that for one, let's say hypothetically the nigga selling drugs. If that nigga ain't moving weight and that nigga ain't bringing in more than what you bringing in, especially saying that his shit is
Tax-free and illegal.
there ain't no way that nigga should still be laying up at your house. I don't give a fuck how many kids you done have with this nigga. That nigga need to school. Because that's the feminization of a black man. How many of y'all are letting these men drive and fuck y'all cars up because this nigga refused to stop rolling around with weed? He refused to stop rolling around with weed. I know a bunch of motherfucking women will buy weed before they buy groceries for their children. How does that make sense? Handle your motherfucking priorities. That's part of the reason why I don't have children right now, which I'm definitely trying to get on the move on that shit in the next two years. 2 years, because I want to say by the time I'm 30, I ain't gonna want to do it. I know by the time I'm 40, I'm not gonna be chasing around no motherfucking time, but oh hell no. If I'm in my 40s, I ain't having none, or I'm adopting them goddamn, I'm gonna adopt a 20-year-old. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. But stop, y'all want to talk about the feminization of a black man? That's the pussy shit. That's the weak shit. How do y'all allow these niggas to not take care of their children? Now I understand you can't make a nigga do nothing. You can't make a nigga do nothing. But how do you let him fuck you and he don't take care of his children? He don't come see his children. How you chasing up behind this nigga? How could you want to lay with this nigga and he's not taking care of his children? If he don't give a fuck about a life that he created, he damn sure don't give a fuck about you. You just a hoe. You just a hoe. That's all it is. That's all you are. And that's something that a lot of y'all need to accept. A lot of these fuck ass niggas, you are nothing but a hoe to them. And y'all chase these niggas down and you beg and you plead and you're doing all this dumb shit like fucking bitches, but calling other niggas fags and calling them out for living in their truth and being who they are and being with who they want to be with. But you sit up here licking bitches' pussies to appease a nigga that ain't fucking just you, that don't come home to just you. Or you okay with being the main bitch long as you ain't got to be the side bitch?
Really?
That's the dumb shit. That's the issues that I have when it comes down to black women. Now there was a few statements in there that was directed definitely at black women with this whole feminization of the black man. Oh yeah, when you let that nigga lay up in your house and the game system that he plays,
You ball.
or is your son's, the car that he drives is yours. This nigga never buy a stitch of motherfucking food. Every time you buy food, it either come from your job or your food stamps. And you just letting this nigga live just up in your house for what? What you need him for? A dick ain't that bad.
Bitch, ain't not nan dick that good in the world, and if it is one, you can always buy it at the store.
There ain't gonna be not nan dick in the world that's gonna make you come better than you can make you come. So y'all can miss me with that excuses on the dick is good. That don't fucking matter. If this nigga's not willing to take care of his kid, there should be no reason why you fucking him. There should be no reason why you have no contact with this nigga. Stop thinking that you trapping niggas with these babies, bitch, because if he had a baby mama before he met you, that mean he already done left the bitch. He already done left the bitch and already got a child that he don't want to fucking take care of. So it's not that, like I said, it's not that I have an issue with black women. I have an issue with the shit that they do. Even when it came down to my mother, like I said, my mother was not perfect. My mother was not perfect. And she sacrificed so much for me and my brother to get the things that we wanted. And I'm not gonna lie, in certain situations, I felt like she sacrificed me and my brother to get to a situation to where all of us would be okay. So I don't hold any animosity, and I'm not mad at my mother. My mother did the best that she could with what she was dealt. And for a lot of my mother's life and marriage, she was miserable. And now she's been freed. She been free for a little while now. But at the end of the day, like I said, my mother was not perfect. She's not perfect. So I don't expect women to be perfect. But when you don't exhibit the example that was set to me by my mother, I have an issue with that shit. Like I said, my mother was not perfect by a long shot. But the shit that I see a lot of these women out here doing, my mother did not do none of that shit. My mother is the type of motherfucker that could she could have a dime, spend 9 cents off that shit, and we could still get to her next motherfucking pay period on that penny. That's the type of mother that I have. That's the type of mother that I have, and would always put, my mother wasn't the type, she eating pork chops, me and my brother eating noodles. If me and my brother gotta eat noodles, my mother was eating noodles too. That's just the type of mother that she is. That's a woman that she is. And mind you, she had no good example. Yeah, my grandmother went to work every day. My grandmother was my nana is a raging alcoholic. She's still living. She's a raging fucking alcoholic. For the longest time, I thought she was a stud. For all of my childhood, I thought my motherfucking nana was a lesbian, cause she butched than a motherfucker. And my mother, I know even in her childhood, was not happy. She was the only child. So dealing with an abusive ass mother, she's the only child. And then my mother had twins, her first set of kids. That's a hell of an example. That's a hell of an example to be married to a motherfucker who treats your kids like shit. And my mother had to be my everything. My mother had to be my brother's everything. My biological father, he was selfish. And if you watching this video, this is some shit that I already said to you. He was selfish. I have never been one to ever doubt that my biological father loved me, because that's some shit he always told me, which was annoying as fuck. He was just kissing on you, and he was one of them daddies. But he was selfish. I think he felt like my mother was punishing him when she would deny him certain things. She didn't deny him ever seeing us, but when he said, oh, I want them to come live with me, my mother was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You ain't taking my babies nowhere. Oh, hell no. Hell no. You need to move your ass back to Chicago, because my father wanted to jump all the fuck around. But my mother, she was one of the mothers, oh, hell no. Hell no. I take care of them. I'm their custodial parent. Now, I don't have an issue with you seeing them, no, none of that shit. But you jump around so much, you switch jobs so much, hell no. My babies need stability, and with me, they have stability. And we did. Now, it was a lot of times that my mother had to ask for things. But the issue that I have with women, if you don't exhibit an example that I see and that I know to be how a mother is supposed to be around their children, it's supposed to be with a man, it's supposed to exhibit behavior when they have children and they're with a man. My mother didn't do inappropriate shit. Even after she left my stepfather and I was an adult, she didn't do inappropriate shit to where I could see it. And there are a lot of women out there who doing the shit. So how do you think, and y'all got daughters, what example are you setting for them? Are you setting an example that it's okay for a nigga to just be slanging weed here and there, barely want to wash his ass, get a white tee from the gas station or beauty supply every motherfucking day, and never pay a bill in your goddamn house? You take care of him and your children. What message does that send to your daughter? What does that tell her? It tells her that it's okay to be, it's okay to do. And like I said, if this is something that you're not doing, baby, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. If you single, you can technically wild the fuck out. But don't be letting these men devalue you either. I've told y'all about this in another story time. In a previous video, whatever. Don't let these men devalue you. Be you. Love you. Because the only person that's gonna love you at the end of the day is you. So if you're not loving you, you can't love him. And if this nigga is not exhibiting the behavior that you protrude onto him, then he is not the man that's for you. And that should not be a man that's around your kids. So like I said, it's not that I have an issue with black women. I have issue with shit that black women do. And like I said, coming from my environment, there are Arab and black women here. There are no white women. There are no Polish women. There are no Dominican women. All I see is black and Arab in my neighborhood. So the only thing I can talk about is what my experience is. So I really do appreciate you guys for coming back and listening and, engaging with me. I do really appreciate it. Make sure that y'all follow me on Instagram. It should probably have been here the whole goddamn video. And stop complaining about my boss ass bitch the instrumental. Stop talking shit. Leave it be. I understand it's too loud. I'll cut it down. Don't be sending me no more goddamn comments about that. You understand? So again, I do appreciate you guys. Make sure that you drill my motherfucking subscribe button. Make sure you go on over to Zahiri's channel and subscribe. Fuck his subscribe button up. Leave him a comment, give him a big thumbs up, and let him know Flawed sent you. Remember that we are all flawed people, but the choice is yours to do the shit perfectly, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Peace.
Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you.